afternoon, and welcome to this special edition of Nicole's Test Kitchen Craft Edition. So this is our Halloween edition. We were planning to go on Friday, but we had some technical issues. Our Wi-Fi was down, and so today it was almost a power shutoff, but our power is on, so I'm able to have this craft. So for today, I'm going to show you two different Halloween projects. One is a topiary, and the other is a painted wine glass. So I'm going to start with the topiary. And for those of you who don't really know what a topiary is, it's basically, I don't really know the definition, but it's like items stacked, kind of a decoration where the items are stacked and you decorate it in different ways. So I'm doing a pumpkin topiary. Both of these crafts, I have some links in the description that gives you ideas. But again, from a simple idea, you can pretty much go anywhere and decide what you want to do. So I had a couple of things that I decided to make the topiary out of. I had some of those mini pumpkins that I had gotten from Safeway, and I'd used these again in our pumpkin succulent planters. A lot of pumpkin topiaries that you see online, they're using the faux pumpkins, and so you can use those too. I just had these available, and I just decided, oh, I might as well make use of them. I also had found, some Halloween decorations from the dollar store. So this is the Halloween pail. So I decided to use this as my base. Some people use planters. They use those urn type things to do their topiary, but I'm using this bucket. And so in order to get the pumpkins to lay on top, I'm using actually a couple of different foam. I have a box, like a square foam, and this is like a circular one. These are, again, I found in the flower section of the dollar store. So these are what I'm using. You could actually fill it with anything, rocks, or if you had, batting or something, but I needed to get some height for my pumpkin. And so you see I've already laid down my base pumpkin. He's upside down, and I painted my pumpkins, so you'll see the other two I've painted, but this was my bigger pumpkin, and so I painted him black. He's actually stem side down because I wanted the flat part, so I would be able to glue my other pumpkins on top. And then to fill in the base, I'm using moss, the moss that I was using with my pumpkin succulent planters. Some people, you could use straw, whatever you have at hand, just to kind of add to the, to fill it in. And so I'm gonna add my other pumpkins. I've already pre-glued my pumpkins because I wasn't sure how I was going to do it. So you see this is painted. I have painted a gold color over the pumpkin, and then my top is painted purple. And so in order to glue the pumpkins to each other, I didn't have anything to take out the stem. I couldn't find my clippers that could do that, to take off the stem to make it a flatter surface. So what I did was I used little rocks to kind of equal to the stem that was already there to make a flat surface. And then I just used glue. So I'm using hot glue today to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue it to this to my black pumpkin. But before I do that, I'm going to fill in the rest of my pail with with some more moss. So my moss is off camera because I didn't really want it to get all over my table because it is a little likes to get everywhere, and I wanted to keep my table as clear as possible. So I'm just gonna stuff, well, try to, like I said, it is a little messy. Okay, so just stuffing in. And I haven't glued anything down. How I attached the this pumpkin to the foam is basically it's the stem side is down, so I just stuck the stem into the foam. So all right, so you have my base. So now I'm going to glue my pumpkins, I believe, directly on. You could, use something to separate them, either moss or straw or whatever. I decided that today I was just going to have it directly go on. Hopefully it will stay. I am using hot glue. All right. So it's just gonna be very, and I'm probably gonna be overly generous with the glue so that it will stay. And when you're working with hot glue, always be careful. If you're a kid, work with your adult. And now I'm just gonna stick that on. All right, so here we go, and we have our topiary. Now you could make it taller. I decided just to go with the 3. And now I'm gonna add some additional decorations to my pail. So I went a little crazy in the dollar store, as I've been known to do. And they had these cool roses. And if you see very closely, I have skulls in one and eyeballs and spiders in the other. And so I am going to just kind of decorate them in the back. And basically what I'm calling the back is, where the handle is down. So I'm just going to stick these in. Oops, I left part of the label. So let me just take that off. Oh goodness. Now basically I'm really just gonna stick them in, not gonna secure them in any way, because that means that you can reuse them next Halloween. Oh. Sticky, okay. Oops. Basically, I'm just going to stick them, since that is the back, I want leaves and hopefully oh, here we go. Oh. Range. And then my last addition for this topiary is this bow, Halloween bow. And I hadn't quite figured out how I was going to do this, but it has a tie, for you to attach it, but I'm not really sure I have. So I may just end up trying to glue it to the moss. Let me just get this tag out of the way, or this, and let me just see if I can, yeah, actually, partly to the pumpkin and partly to the moss. So I'm just going to put the glue, I think, directly on the ribbon, and then just stick away. Okay, so here is my Halloween pumpkin topiary. This our black pumpkin is kind of being covered, but that's all right. You can kind of see it on the other end. Okay, so those are the topiaries. My second project today, let me just kind of clear my table here, move my pumpkin topiary to the side. So my next project is wine glass pumpkins. I started out with pumpkins, and then I had my colleagues from Make It, Own It, Work It got their ideas and their creations, and so we turned it into a variety of different things, but I'm just going to show you the basic pumpkin. So I've already pre-painted these because we needed to dry, and actually they were supposed to be doing this on Friday, so they're already ready to go, but I haven't done the finished. So basically you're taking a glass, a wine glass. It can be, I started out, this is a wine, a wine glass. And this one's actually plastic. So I decided to go with, when I was at the dollar store and I found the plastic ones, I decided I would get those because, well, I've been known to knock things over, and the plastic won't break, the glass will. So all we did is paint the bulb of the glass orange, and of course the stem is green. And so you could also add, a little tie to tie it off, and then of course the face. So I'm going to add on right now the face. So I have some black paint, and I have paintbrush. So I am going to try to make a jack-o'-lantern face. It might be a little squiggly. I'll get some black paint. So it was recommended, it's always dependent on, the time you have and how much, but I did at least 2 or 3 coats of the paint, just so to cover it and to make it, and this is actually a mix of, it's not just straight orange, I did a mix of colors, so depending on what paint you have, kind of do a little bit of blending. So let's see if I can, so I'm just going to do the typical triangle eyes and nose and try to do the teeth mouth, but we'll see. I'm not the greatest freehand painter or drawer. And let's see. And I need all the concentration. Oh, this is looking, one eye is bigger than the other. Well, it's going to be a kind of a free-form eyes here. And I'm going to try to use one of my other paintbrushes that has less flyaways. Okay, let's see if I can make this nose here. Well, not the straight angles that I wanted, but okay, let's see. All right. A little different, but here is our pumpkin. And again, you can finish it off. The link that I posted that where I found this idea, they used them as centerpieces. So they had 3 different size wine glasses, and I believe they used some, string to some burlap or string, burlap colored string to to finish it off, and she had a nice table decoration. I decided that to leave them plain, obviously, try to work on how to, my making the faces for my jack-o'-lanterns. But those, so pretty simple project. Just takes a little bit of time as you're waiting for paint to dry, and of course how imaginative you might be. And so, as I mentioned before, I told the idea to my colleagues, and I asked them for their ideas and to pitch in to see what they came up with. And so let me put my pumpkin aside while they're drying and show you some of the ideas that they came up with. So first we have this thing. Hopefully you can tell what it is. I'm gonna spin it around. You can write out in the comments, but this is a mummy. And so let me just try to get up as close as possible to see if you can see some of the layering. It's a little difficult in this lighting, but Giselle made this, and she did do different layers. So we have our mummy. Julie was also creative, but she created just a wine goblet, but this is her Halloween scene wine goblet. She's got a spider web, the moon, a magic potion, and let me see if you can see the elaborate stem. And then we actually branched out from glassware, wine glasses, and I also had a couple of glass vases that I had in my stores. And so Giselle created ghosties. Boo, boo, boo. And to go with our ghosties, if you do a display, you can add tea lights and just set it over a tea light, and hopefully, you probably won't be able to see too well. Let me see if I can hold it up. Probably not, so you're able to see it, maybe. But anyway, I can see it here, but it does light up, so then you have your kind of a lit up ghost. So these are our ghosts. And then in progress, I have a spider going. And so for the legs, we're using pipe cleaners. So when I finish the spider, I will, I'll post pictures in the comments so you can see the spider. And last but not least, in progress, I have a bat. So I'm gonna still add eyes, I think. But what I didn't, create these bat wings on my own. I actually took, this was a headband, a bat headband, Halloween headband, and I just disassembled it. I took the wings and the ears and attached them to my glass, which I think came out pretty cool. So those were our Halloween decorations, the pumpkin topiary and the glassware. So I'm gonna just quickly try my hand at making another face. I am going to try something a little different. Let's see how, well, I'll use the same. Okay, let's see if I can make these a little bit more precise. Oh, nope, not too, but. Yeah, definitely not using the wet. I need a stiffer paintbrush, I think. But let's see. Well, this one got a little messy. And there we have our jack-o'-lantern wine glasses. So that is all for my Halloween edition of Nicole's Test Kitchen. Wow, it's been a Monday. Happy to see you here, and I will probably do another video on Friday. Stay tuned. It'll probably be a couple more Halloween ideas if I can. But I hope you have a really great week. Thank you for joining me on this Monday, October 26th. If you are in Willits and you were affected by the Oak Fire, they're having an event today from 2 p.m. till 6 p.m. The local assistance center, along with FEMA, are here at in the library parking lot. So if you have any questions about compensation or any kind of paperwork, different county departments are here, and FEMA are here this afternoon in the parking lot. FEMA will actually be here through Thursday. So you can come on down and check them out if you have any questions, if you need help filling out paperwork. FEMA is here for the Oak Fire. But today the county is here for not only the Oak Fire, but information about the August Complex Fire as well. But FEMA is just here for the Oak Fire. Okay, have a really great rest of your afternoon. Thank you for joining me. Happy Halloween, and we'll see you on Friday. Have a really great day. Bye.